And we see what you're doing, Meghan, with this new promotional stunt at this very moment. However, this video hasn't impressed us much.
It's been using this ever, or she's trying to sell the image that she's so laid back. It's the royal family who are stuffy and strict, and they're trapped. Remember that they're trapped.
Absolutely riveted by how ridiculous this is. By the way, wore this shirt on purpose today. There you go. I do not have my pants pulled up under my you-know-whats like she does, and I'm not staring at myself in the camera the way she is, but there's that. Have you ever seen a more smug, like proud of themselves person? I have not. Those pants. Why the pants every single time? All right, here you go. People were pointing out that this appears very English Garden, which I thought was very interesting, as she always has some sort of ulterior motives. Now, I don't dare think that this was recently filmed. I think this has been a little bit, because we've seen this basket over and over.
Somehow wants to worm his way back into the affections, not only of his own family, but of the British people. So I think we're seeing them effectively crawl on bended knees back to Britain, and they are to some extent going to be pathetically grateful if the king agrees to let them in on any of their terms. Contrary to what Harry wants, which is of course a public display of reunification, the public display of Charles supporting the Invictus Games, he isn't going to get that. But I can imagine a private meeting, no photographers allowed.
And the fact that courtiers within the palace are saying, well, there might be a meeting, but we're going to ask, or we're at least going to consider asking Harry and Meghan to hand in their devices on the way in. Oh, and by the way, even if there's a photograph, it's going to be with the children, not Meghan.
I do not believe the king is a stupid man.
Meghan Markle thinks she's being so clever. However, royal sources now revealing that they are so terrified about a potential stunt involving her meeting with King Charles that there are suggestions they may even ask her to hand over her devices before any such face-to-face. Anyone else getting this vibe?
And Long Sally, aka Sue Smith, said, can someone please explain to this woman she is not a supermodel, and we've seen the same basket of vegetables 50 times. This was obviously taped months ago, and she's drip feeding it out as ever is dead.
Foreign. Now we're going to get to all of the behind-the-scenes drama in terms of this meeting with the Cornetaz, because the Daily Express and the Daily Mirror now confirming that Meghan Markle has agreed to stay at a royal residence. Isn't it great that they're lowering themselves to Buckingham Palace?
With Russell Myers, the royal editor of The Mirror, reporting that Prince Harry and his family are set to stay at a royal residence during their visit to the UK next month amid ongoing concerns about their personal safety. A source close to the Duke said he has grown increasingly frustrated with the whole process and has had to alter his standpoint. I'm going to translate that for you.
Things are so desperate that they need to re-enter the royal world at any cost. From initially being told a decision would be made within a matter of weeks, it is now more than 6 months on. Harry, you got your decision. This is an appeal. Nothing is going to change. He was determined to travel back to the UK with his family around the Invictus event. So he has finally made the decision to accept the offer of staying at a royal residence, which he believes will be sufficient.
Oh, it's sufficient now, is it, Harry? So we couldn't trust a word you said before. The Mirror's report went on. Harry, who will be accompanied by his wife Meghan and their children Archie and Lilibet, has previously stated that the country of his birth is not safe.
Sources close to the Sussexes have also disclosed that the Duchess has taken a considerable interest in the Invictus Games and was determined to make the visit to Birmingham too.
So we know what this is about. Things are now so desperate in terms of the finances that everything these two chances, that these two grifters have said before, have been chucked out the window. But what's interesting is the Express is also reporting that Harry and Meghan have had to take on a new crisis management team, given they know how Brits really feel about this visit.
With the headline here, Meghan Markle's bombshell make-or-break plan to win the UK back over.
Markle hiring a team of PRs in order to do so. Let me just tell you right now, it doesn't matter what you're paid, these PRs should turn down the job because some missions are just impossible.
Meghan Markle hiring a team of crisis PRs in a bid to win over the British public. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are set to return to the UK for the one-year countdown to the Invictus Games and will be accompanied by Archie and Lilibut. An insider close to the couple revealed that they see the visit as a make-or-break chance for Harry to try and reconcile with Charles and Prince William. Good luck. And they've brought in a team made up of celebrity and crisis PRs who have worked with infamous names in a bid to rebuild Meghan's image with the British public.
The source said Meghan knows that she in particular will have to eat humble pie if she wants any chance of winning Harry's family and the public over, and she is ready to admit she needs the help. Good. She does. She's been instructed that she is back in the UK as Prince Harry's wife and should only have a background role. Let's see if she's able to manage that. Chance would be a fine thing. This is her time to show people she is capable of not playing up to the cameras. Really? Have you seen the ad she's just released? Meghan has taken it all on board and is very keen to show the British public she is not the enemy. Sorry, she is. This also went on. She and Harry deeply regret speaking about the royals on TV and would love a second chance. Okay, well, you can start with an apology. And that apology, by the way, has to go to the British public because you're accused of us being racist, but it also has to go directly to Prince William, directly to Catherine, the Princess of Wales, directly to King Charles, and directly to Camilla, and we all need to be told about it.
The insider added, Meghan realized she's been given bad advice from her PRs for a while, and it has hurt her reputation.
Again, seriously, she's not getting this, is she? It's nothing to do with the PRs. She's ignored multiple PRs time and again. This is about her behavior over many years.
But interestingly, the source claims that they were trying to make her the next Diana and to give her a sickly sweet image, which came across as insincere. Meghan had realized this was a mistake and wants to make sure this visit goes right for Harry's sake. So, is the strategy now to just admit that she's a mega bitch? I mean, at least that would be interesting and a little bit more honest. The team is on the case and working hard to develop an action plan to win her back the public's favor. A lot is resting on this.
But according to Taz, is not convinced on watching this new shoot from Meghan. She responded, never before have I seen a celebrity that loves themselves so much. It's like a love affair. And Tash, that is why I do not believe that this crisis management team are going to be able to make a blind bit of difference to the situation. She's had 11 crisis management teams. They've all offered her advice, and sure, some of it's to be sweet and some of it's to be Princess Diana, but fundamentally, the British public, I believe, knows who Meghan Markle is. And a new crisis management team and the fact that they're staying at a palace isn't going to change how we feel about her.
Meghan was signed many moons ago to Sunshine Sachs. I mean, they do the most brutal damage repair control to try and save people. They had people like Michael Jackson, Harvey Weinstein on the list, and even they couldn't get through to Meghan Markle. And to stop her continuous self-destruct instructions, Meghan can sign up to as many PR experts in the world. She can keep employing the top executives that can, make a pig's ear into a silk purse. But it's never going to work with Meghan. She never listens to anybody. She didn't want to listen to people when she was behind the palace walls. She just carries on ahead and chooses the path that she wants to take, and then blames everybody when it doesn't go the way that she wants it. I mean, we heard when she was going to Australia.
I mean, I don't know if this was actually truthful or whether this was made up, but she apparently had humility training to help her come across as more compassionate to people and meeting children with cancer and Bondi Beach victims. I mean, it's plausible. She was terrible. She was absolutely terrible. Meghan was very much me, look at me. It was all her. She cannot help herself. So I do not think that she is suddenly going to take the role of the supportive wife. She doesn't need to take a back seat. It's not trying to be archaic here. It's not she has to walk 10 steps behind her husband the way that they imply Catherine does. It's about supporting your partner and the causes. You're just there in the background.
Meghan's probably already picked out her wardrobe choices. She's probably got the press releases ready to go, so everybody knows what she's wearing. She's got that one off.
But yeah, I mean, does this look like a woman? Seriously, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Does this look like a woman that's listened to anybody with regards to maybe you should come across a bit more humble? Maybe you should tone it down a bit? If she was chocolate, she'd eat herself.
Oh, she would. Oh, she would.
Now, Tash, we're learning more about exactly how the choreography in terms of this visit and the king is going to work. So this from the Establishment Times newspaper today.
Will the king finally be photographed with Harry's children? Now, she acknowledges that for the Sussexes, this picture would be the money shot. And she paints quite a picture, writing, picture the scene. The king smiles for the camera as he sits on a sofa by two beautiful children. At first glance, the little ones are not immediately recognisable. Then on closer inspection, the family resemblance becomes apparent. The red hair from their father, the Duke of Sussex, revealing that they are Charles's grandchildren, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet.
It's an image that would surely go viral, pinging on smartphones around the world. Not only would it be King Charles's first meeting with his grandchildren in 4 years, it would most likely be the first time the children's faces have been revealed since they were born babies. For the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, it would be the ultimate money shot. The next twist in the saga that has launched them on streaming platforms in the US where their currency remains forever linked to their royal titles. Even in a world of royal what-ifs, there are those familiar with both camps who fear no such picture could ever be taken for several reasons.
Harry has let it be known that he wishes to bring his two children back to his homeland in the UK when he returns with his wife. With this in mind, the king has offered them accommodation in a royal residence, although they have yet to accept his offer. That said, the reporting to Russell Myers makes it clear that they are accepting the offer. As ever, to borrow a phrase from Meghan's company, the state of Harry and Meghan's relationship with the royal family means that the story is never straightforward. In short, it's complicated. So what is stopping our hypothetical family photograph from taking place?
Well, even if Harry did bring his children, it is possible that courtiers would leave Charles exposed to a photo opportunity with them. And this is the critical line here because this has become a brief directly from palace courtiers.
Will Meghan and Harry be asked to hand over any devices on the way in? It is most likely that Harry will come before the big royal getaway to Balmoral later in the summer, which rules out any awkward suggestion that he could be invited to Balmoral with the wider family.
The Duke appears to have suggested Sandringham, letting it be known that he and his family would welcome an offer to stay there, given that Charles has managed to find a new home on the Norfolk estate for his disgraced brother Andrew. Sandringham could also surely accommodate Harry for a few nights, too. Whether in London, Windsor, or Sandringham, William is likely to make himself scarce. Surely he'll be hoping that England will call for an extra cheerleader in the Football World Cup in the US, requiring him to put the Atlantic safely back in the middle between the warring brothers. As for Camilla, Queen Camilla, this is interesting too. She's staying well clear.
She is unlikely to get involved in a discussion with Harry and Meghan, who can blame her. In the promotion for his autobiography, Harry said that she was dangerous and described her as a villain. She's most likely to want to protect the king from any inopportune meetings while staying out of the way as much as possible at Railmill House, her home in Gloucestershire. Would Meghan even want to come and meet the king with Harry and the children? Would she allow Harry to bring them alone? Even if she pulled off the PR coup of the decade and managed to get her children a photo op with the king, she is surely unlikely to be in the picture herself.
Now, Tash, this is fascinating because, of course, the briefing to Kate Mansi, this member of the Royal Rota who writes for the Times newspaper, which is considered the newspaper of record here in the United Kingdom, comes directly from courtiers within the palace. And the fact that courtiers within the palace are saying, well, there might be a meeting.
We're going to ask, or we're at least going to consider asking Harry and Meghan to handing their devices on the way in. Oh, and by the way, even if there's a photograph, it's going to be with the children, not Meghan. She is not going to be happy about this. And I think they're almost trying to make Meghan stay away.
It's almost like the palace is signaling they're happy and comfortable for Harry and the children to meet with the king, but not Meghan herself. Now, I don't think she will allow that to happen. I really don't. I think she's making it clear to Harry, it's me and the kids, or it's you on your own.
With Harry, the way he threw a tantrum over when Queen Elizabeth, they got the news that she was dying, and his first thought wasn't to actually just get up to Balmoral, get on the nearest plane, get on the plane with my family. It was to argue with his father that he was making demands that Meghan could go at that time of what should be for most people, and I'm sure for the rest of the family, was, despair. It was an awful moment in time. So I don't think Harry has suddenly changed and turned over a new leaf if he could do that when his grandmother was in, her final moments on this earth. So I think that if there is going to be any to and fro like that, Harry will definitely be spearheading it. Will Meghan be the one whispering in his ear? Well, yes, probably. But I do not think that if any problems come from this, it's Meghan alone.
Harry is very, very entitled when it comes to Meghan, and I will give credit to the king here. I know not everybody agrees with me. I believe that he knows exactly why they're coming over, why they want the children to meet him.